Hi everyone. Sorry it's been such a long wait for the performance results following the RaceChip S install that I did pretty much a year ago. I guess it's better late than never. So here are the results. If you recall, when I installed the RaceChip on my 2006 Audi A4, the car was fast approaching 200,000 miles. And unlike some of my earlier cars, I'd not done any modding of the vehicle. So I figured, maybe I'll try something cheap and cheerful, and I wasn't really expecting any earth-shattering results. I wasn't going for best performance. I just wanted to see what this thing did. So let me explain what I did in the tests. I used a Bluetooth OBD interface plugged into the ODB socket, and use that with an Android app to capture acceleration data based on the car's own speed readings. So as you can see in the table, what I did record was I did 0 to 20, 0 to 40, and 0 to 60. And then I also recorded the times at 10 mile per hour increments, from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and so on. And there's a couple of rogue measurements at the bottom that was like 30 to 55, that kind of thing. So the four coloured columns, they represent the different runs. The RaceChip was only fitted for the results in the first column, the orange column there. The other three columns show data from runs with the chip bypassed. Now, all the runs, unfortunately, were carried out under very slightly different conditions, although they were done on the same stretch of road, so we've got some consistency there. Now, if you look at the numbers circled in red here, now these represent the outside air temperature measured with the car's temperature sensor. And the numbers circled in blue here are the relative weight of the vehicle, the reference being the weight of the car with just me and half a tank of gas. Now, if you notice the first two columns, they have the same weight but very slightly different temperature. That's in degrees Fahrenheit. The third column had less fuel, but I had my daughter in the passenger seat, so that's around plus 75, which is the what it works out to be additional weight in pounds. And again, you see the temperature was slightly different. The fourth column, the blue one, has the lightest load. I was about 25 pounds under because I was running less fuel. And the outside temperature, it was in the low 60s. And you'll notice some of those figures are pretty low to say that it was unchipped. Not quite as good as the chipped, but still pretty good. Now, I don't intend to do too much analysis. The figures are there, you can see them. But if I try and summarize, the easiest graph to look at is with just the two similar runs, the orange and the green. And you can see that we clearly get to 60 faster, and indeed 40 and 20. So there's definitely something going on there. Definitely helps. The actual timing, the fastest 0 to 60 with the chip was just over 9.1 seconds, and the slowest was about 10.5. So, almost a second and a half difference there. For a direct comparison. But notice in the blue column, when it was colder, it was slightly lighter, and that was like a 9.5. So that was almost a second gain, 0 to 60, just by having a lower temperature and less weight in the car. So the reason I did the three columns was so I could get some kind of aggregate feeling across the board that I really tried to beat the chipped time, which is why I did the cold run and the light fuel run, to see if I could beat it, to prove that that chip does have an impact, because there are some people out there who have doubted that this thing does anything at all. I think what we've proved here is that it certainly does something. How scientific this test is debatable, so I wouldn't take exact figures from this, but clearly we've seen a second and a half improvement for similar conditions. So there we have it. I'm not going to talk anymore. I think you can make your own mind up. And what I would like to see is some results from the higher price chips. I think this chip's about $250, maybe $2.99. So you paid your money and you take your choice. Thanks for watching.